Hi, I'm James Lamont, Fellow at the Vidine Center for Rural Economic Development at the University of Minnesota, Crookston. Today, we are going to discuss the Russo-Ukrainian conflict and its impact on wheat prices. Global wheat demand is rising due to consumer populations that are growing across the world. Countries, for example, like Egypt, have large increases in population and groups under 25 and therefore have a larger demand for wheat. Simultaneous to this increase in global demand, two of the world's 5 largest wheat producers, Russia and the Ukraine, are currently at war. There are major potential for supply side disruptions. For example, Russia exports 37.3 million tons a year in wheat, and Ukraine is the 5th largest at 18.1, also known as the breadbasket of Europe. In addition, as you can see from the maps on the right-hand side of the slide, the area that's impacted the most by the conflict, known as the Donbass or Eastern Russia or Eastern Ukraine, is by far the highest wheat producing concentration in the country. So as a result, this breakaway republic, if you will, combined with Russia and sort of some of the sanctions that we're starting to see underway, as well as the impact associated with wheat production, we could see some major disruptions in terms of supply. American and Canadian producers, the 2nd and 3rd largest, or really about the same globally, global producers, may pick up some of the slack. And we'll know within a month or two, depending on the length of the conflict and the spring planting season, whether or not Ukrainian farmers, as well as southern Russian farmers that could be impacted by sanctions, will produce adequate wheat crop. As we speak today, wheat prices are surging. In fact, they've gone up over 50% just over the last several weeks. This is the highest they've been priced since 2008, and wheat futures could continue to surge. As a result, Western farmers, for example, here in North America, could replace soy and corn for wheat for the season. This could not only influence wheat prices, but could also influence soy as well as corn prices as well, given that there'd be lower production. Simultaneous with corn, the growth of bioethanols as well as sustainable aviation fuels, there may be just as many pressures on corn as well, given the supply side. Globally, there are several countries as well that have a super high dependency on wheat imports, but may feel significant economic impacts, thereby exacerbating already existing instability. For example, Egypt and Indonesia, you see the increase in their forecasted increase, as well as countries like Brazil, the Philippines, Bangladesh. These are countries that are still developing. They don't really have natural resources. They don't have fiscal resources. And as a result, given the inflationary pressures, could see some domestic instability as a result of rising wheat prices. In addition, even in the developed world, we may actually encounter some instability concerning wheat prices, as well as corn and soy, given the demand for clean fuels, the demand to feed people, and then the supply chain disruptions. And also places such as Mexico or even countries within Central America may also experience some type of exacerbated impact as a result of these massively shifting supply side challenges. This comes off the cuff of already significant container shortages, as well as other supply side shortages as a result of the coronavirus and the processing that has taken place in critical nodes that have been impacted by workforce shortages. Combine all of this with wage inflation and other issues, and I suspect the next year or two will be highly volatile for wheat, corn, and soy, but initially it'll be wheat given the impacts of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to producing more videos as the situation continues to evolve.